This is KGW News at Sunrise.
The longer we can keep people smoking, the safer they're going to be.
A controversial statement from an employee of a medical clinic as the conversation on drug supply distribution continues. This morning, we're focusing on the organizations that say they will continue to give out supplies like foil despite recent pushback.
And Pride Month might be over, but the celebrations in the Rose City are not. So we have a list of places that are taking part in the city's first craft beer Pride Week.
And we are also live this morning, not in Scotland. We are live in Gresham, Mount Hood Community College to be more specific, which is once again hosting the Portland Highland Games. I'm wondering out loud to myself, can you actually hear me right now? Brenda,
Barely.
Christine, Chris,
Yeah,
and Rob?
barely.
I can't hear you, but I will tell you, we will have more on the return of the Portland Highland Games coming up in just a few minutes right here on Sunrise.
Well, I didn't want to be rude, but I was thinking it's a little early for a bagpipe. But there's lots of fun out there in Gresham. We'll get to Drew in just a little bit. But first, welcome back. It's good to have you.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe it's just a little bit. I mean, I got out on the golf course a few times, got a couple runs in during the day.
He's speaking your language.
Yeah. These are sunscreen notes, just to be clear.
Absolutely. We are watching a disturbance offshore, and you can find it easily by the radar. There it is right there. That's going to continue to swing up away from us. If you live at the beach, radar did show several hours ago, Tillamook down into Lincoln counties, that there was a touch of rain. For us, it's just been a push of some cloudiness that for the time being is broken up top. So calling it mostly cloudy skies as you start your day on this Wednesday morning. We're at 61 degrees. Here's your day moving forward. Partly sunny at noon, 66. I think we have a good chance of staying shy of 80. I'll put Portland sunny later today and 78. Here's Chris McGinnis.
Well, that looks lovely. All right, I do have one trouble spot to tell you about this morning in the West Hills. Northwest Germantown Road through Forest Park right now closed because of a crash. It's a pretty serious crash, it appears, just east of Skyline Boulevard. No other details to report at this point, but I can tell you the road is blocked, and so you're going to want to use either Cordell or maybe Newberry Road to get around that closure of Northwest Germantown. Back to the freeways, the trip out of Wilsonville, there's your northbound I-5 commute. Looks pretty good over the Boone Bridge. Wilsonville to downtown, about 18 minutes. Your trip out of Troutdale wide open. No problems out of Clark County either. The freeways are in pretty good shape this morning, guys.
Chris, thank you. Now to our top story this morning. We are learning a little more about the controversial practice of giving drug supplies to users. On Monday, Multnomah County scrapped its plan to use taxpayer money to give supplies like tinfoil and straws to drug users. But some nonprofits have already been doing that, and they don't plan to stop. Outside In is a medical clinic in Southwest Portland. It's given out smoking supplies for more than 30 years to prevent the spread of disease that can come from sharing.
Our whole goal is to engage with the community, bring people in, provide them a safe space to ask questions, to learn about drug use, learn about options for not using drugs, and have the tools that they need to stay healthy and safe.
As for the county's approach to harm reduction, Chair Jessica Vega Peterson didn't completely reject the idea of handing out smoking supplies at county-run clinics, but she did say more legal analysis is necessary before doing so.
Portland police say the person killed in a southeast Portland crash was an 11-year-old boy. His name was Ryan Ambrose. He was a passenger inside a car police say was T-boned by a driver in an SUV rushing to the hospital over the weekend. That driver, police say, Dupree Smith, is now facing manslaughter, reckless driving, and DUI charges for the crash that happened on Southeast 102nd Avenue near Stark. Police say Smith was going more than 80 miles an hour in a 30-mile-an-hour zone when that crash happened. Smith's attorney said he was speeding to the hospital because he'd just been shot at a funeral. According to court documents, dash cam footage from inside Smith's car captured him driving erratically, saying things like, "Where's the hospital?" and "I'm going to die." Here's what he said in court on Monday.
I would have never even been speeding if I wasn't bleeding out, but it's no excuse though.
Investigators say Smith ran multiple red lights on 102nd. A judge released him on Monday because of his lack of criminal history and ordered he can't drink or drive until his next court appearance.
In Clackamas County, deputies are investigating a homicide this morning after a woman's body was found near Wilsonville. Authorities say the body was found Monday at this vacant property on Southwest Stafford Road. A person doing work out there found the woman. An autopsy points to homicide. The victim's name has not been made public yet.
Now to some Pride events happening in the Rose City. Sunday kicked off Portland's very first craft beer Pride Week.
It's in collaboration with Portland Celebrates Pride and 8 local breweries. Our Daisy Caballero joins us in studio this morning with everything you need to know. Daisy, good morning.
Hey, good morning, ladies. So yeah, every day through this Sunday, a different Portland brewery will be hosting an event to highlight and celebrate the queer and LGBTQ plus communities. Here's a list at the participating locations. We had Wayfinder on Sunday, Threshold Brewing yesterday, both in Southeast, and today it's Breakside Brewery's turn in Northeast, followed by Migration Brewing off Northeast 28th and Gleason. Now, the idea for Craft Beer Pride Week came from Migration co-founder Colin Rath, who has been hosting Pride events for the last 6+ years, but had the idea this year to encourage other local breweries to join him and has been overwhelmed with the support from the community.
You know, as an ally, there's only so much we can do, but by amplifying the voice and the need for people to be accepting and understanding of anyone's choices in life is awesome. And I'm hoping that this is the first year to set us up for even bigger success next year.
Now this year, Migration will be setting up an LGBTQ plus book section from 5 to 7 and drag bingo from 7 to 9. Rath tells me the 8-day event will end with a block party at the Sports Bra this Sunday, the 16th. We'll have all these details at kgw.com a little later tonight. Ladies, Brenda?
Excellent. Thank you so much, Daisy. Well, if you know about a story that we should tell or maybe a person we should profile, be sure to let us know. You can text or call us at the number on your screen. It's 503-226-5088. We always love to hear from you.
And many of us were really excited about the possibility of seeing potentially this in the sky later this week. We're talking about the Northern Lights, of course, but we're finding out it probably won't happen in our part of the woods. This is video from 2017 in Anchorage. Last week, the University of Alaska's Geophysical Institute initially forecasted activity in multiple states, including Oregon and Washington. But Rod, I know this morning we were on a call. You mentioned a totally different outlook.
Jim Todd, who's the director of science and space education at OMSI, who's kind of our local source that follows all this, came out with an update on Monday saying that solar activity and geomagnetic storm activity simply has not materialized and basically downgrading that forecast to a no-go. So
that's too bad. That's on my bucket list.
Yeah,
It's such a
me
beautiful
too.
sight. I'd love to see it in person.
You can look through one of the, what do they call them? The kaleidoscopes. It's almost the same thing. You get one
Oh my
of those
gosh.
up at an antique store.
A
Almost the
toy.
same thing.
Almost the same thing. I haven't seen it either. It would be something
Yes.
to see. Yeah. All right. Let's give you a quick fire update. And the news is good. Everything's just kind of laying quiet right now. So this is our wildfire smoke futurecast model. It does a great job of picking out the smoke plumes and showing you where the action is. So that's the Boulder fire. That's just across the Hood County. Hood River County line in Owasco County, I'm trying to say. Anyway, that fire has not shown much growth in the last couple days, but not much containment either. But you can see the smoke plume with the westerly flow aloft moving the smoke off to the east. That's the bigger Alder Creek fire. That's in Wheeler County. That's burned over 1,500 acres, but that does show good containment right now. You can see the smoke plume from that. So generally, the wildfire scene pretty quiet today. That's good news. No red flag warnings, nothing like that. We are tracking this disturbance offshore, but it's going to stay where it is. It's rotating up toward the Canadian border. It produced last night a touch of rain along parts of the coast and is throwing some cloudiness inland for us. Really pretty morning because the clouds are broken, so we're getting a little sun color mixed in. Brenda, this might be as close to the aurora borealis as we get here in the next coming days. That's pretty though, right?
A little color, absolutely.
Yeah, all right. That's the view from the Wells Fargo camera. 61 is the early morning number out there. 59 up in Kelso. It's partly cloudy to mainly clear out. East Bend 54. And good morning, John Day. Also 54 degrees for you. Futurecast shows broken cloudiness this morning into the noon hour, and then we clear that out, and then it goes mostly sunny the remainder of the day. So probably we'll at least make it up to 80 down in Marion County, for example, and maybe out in the wine country. I think from Portland northward, we could get to 80. I think the better bet is we hold in the upper 70s with the afternoon sunshine coming. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, 85. Here's the latest on the hot weather. 90 Friday, 94 Saturday, 92 Sunday, and then hopefully that's it. We go all the way down to morning clouds, afternoon sun, and 78 on Monday to start next week. That's your forecast. Drew Carney. Am I going to see your legs? They need to reshoot this so I can see your legs, sir, with that kilt you're wearing.
Wow, that seems like an odd request for this time of the day, Rod. Let's slow it down a bit. I am right next to Andy, our bagpiper this morning. It is sometimes hard to relay information when he's going full bore. Wait. Portland Highland Games coming back to Mount Hood Community College this weekend. We'll have all the details coming up in 2 minutes. Now explode.